everyone, it's Jenny Moores here, independent Stampin Up demonstrator here in the UK. This is part 2 of the autumn winter launch of our new catalogue. Okay, so you can find part 1 on YouTube or my Facebook page. Today I'm going to show you a suite, and the suite is called Wonder of the Season. Okay, so you can see some samples here. There is quite a few of the samples of this suite actually on the main catalogue, which is nice, but it's on page 30 if you want to take a look in your own catalogue, or if you haven't got one, just message me at jennymoores@aol.com and I'll send you one in the post. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of the products in the suite. They have given you a code if you want to buy everything in the suite. That's, you know, a lot, but I'll just show you the individual products. Okay, so I didn't get that paper, but it's foiling and black on one side. It's more sort of print. But I did get this one, which is 'Tis the Season, and it's a 6x6 packet, and you get 48 sheets. And this time in this pack, you get 4 of each design. Okay, so I'll just flick through and I'll show you the designs. All right, so you get 4 of each one. So they've got no foiling on these ones. They're all printed, but the colours in the suite are real red, cherry cobbler, shaded spruce, garden green, and a little bit of black and white. All right, so that's on one side, and then if you turn it over, you get all these prints on the other side. Okay, so lots of reds and greens, really pretty. Alright, so they're the 6x6 papers in the suite, which I've used on the projects that I'm going to show you today. One of the stamp sets, if I just put this to one side, one of the stamp set bundles, there's 2 in the suite. So this is the first one, which is called Wishes and Wonder, which is a nice sleigh, a deer, some mistletoe and some sentiments, some really nice useful sentiments. And then the dies are called North Pole Wonder dies. These are really pretty. They've got some stitching on the shapes as well, and some quite a lot of detail when you cut out these little green leaves. They've got little dashes. I'll show you them on a card in a minute. And you've got a plain circle. You've got 2 deers. That deer there cuts out that image, and this one cuts out a standalone deer, which is really lovely. It's got a nice chest on him. Nice big boy, got a big chest. And this tag here is really lovely. It's a really useful size for a card front, and it's got nice stitching on here, and I made a little gift bag with that as well. Alright, so that's the dies those are the dies that go with that stamp set, and it's called Wishes and Wonder bundle, and it's £44 if you're interested in that just alone. And then the other bundle that's in the suite is called Cherish the Season, and the dies are called Sound of the Season dies. Okay, so they're all sort of bells and molten. And these dies are really pretty on their own. I have cut them out in gold here. The big one, the little holly pieces and the berries, they do pop out, and on the medium as well, but the smaller ones, there is a small, even smaller, I didn't cut that one out. It's got little sprigs on. Alright, but if you're careful with cutting it out, you can minded stay in on my card, and I just put 3D foam pads on the back to keep the holly leaves actually inside the bell. Alright, so that's really nice. And you get a couple of little ferns bit. That die there and that one does cut out these two. It's the outlines, and then this is a really lovely Merry Christmas font with a sentiment for the inside. So that's the bundles. And then you've got some gems. These are called Wonderful Gems. And they're like faceted sort of gems, but they were a little bit big for what I was doing for my samples, so I did use the real red rhinestones, and they're in the main annual catalogue. Okay, so I've used those. And then the Wonder of the Season ribbon combo. I quite like these combos. They're really useful to have a couple of things that go together. They're fairly newish. This is a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous ribbon, and it's a 1 inch, and it's in the shaded spruce design. And it's got lots of sort of diamonds patterns on. Really nice ribbon. It does tie a nice bow, and then we've got some nice gold trim cord. It's not elastic, it's you know, just trim. Okay, so that's that combo pack, and that's £8.25 for that. So that's actually a really good value to get them two together. And then where did I put them now? Under here, hiding. Then these lot here are the Memories and More card pack. These are brilliant for scrapbooking, and we've got a folder in the main annual catalogue which have the pockets, and all the cards in here are either 6x4, which are the bigger ones, or 4x3. And we've got some these cards, Memory More's cards and envelopes to match. Now there's 20 in a pack, and they've got gold foiling on, so you get 20 cards and 20 envelopes. So you can see the gold foiling on the envelope there, and they're really good quality ones. They're not thin at all. And then you've got the gold foiling on the card as well, and that area there fits the smaller 4x3 images, or if you do any other layers, if you just want to buy the cards and envelopes, you know, if you cut a 4" by 3" layer and, you know, mats, it will fit inside, and you'll still have the gold, not the gold, red foiling around the edge. Alright, so that's the Memories and More card pack. And then so I'll just show you these. I'll just open them quickly. Got a lovely big thick piece of cardboard at the back, which is always useful. So you've got the big cards, which are 6x4", and they're double-sided. So this one's got writing on that side, it's got paper on the other side. And how many have you got? I think you've got six of each one, so it's a really good one if you wanted to share it with your friends. Alright, so there's that one, matching. And then you've got deers and the holly fans. That's really nice. This one's nice. That would make a card front just on its own, wouldn't it? You could add some of the bells, a bit of ribbon. That's got the holly on the back. Oh, this one's nice. It's got gold foiling. Well, you've only got 2 of those ones. So the ones with the foiling, you've only got 2 of. Oh, what's on the back? Oh, nothing on the back of those ones. Nothing on the back of that one. Oh, this would make a lovely front of a gift box, wouldn't it? Oh, that's really nice. That's really gorgeous. That's a nice big. They're quite vintagey looking, aren't they? The writing and the colours. Really nice. And that's gold with the red foiling, that's different. So they're the big cards, so they're 6 inches by 4 inches. And then you've got sheets of stickers. Also you could make a scrapbook album with the days leading up to Christmas, couldn't you? Oh, we've got 2 sheets there. And then you've got some stickers here. Again, like I said yesterday in the Most Wonderful Time product medley, the stickers, they're really good, thick quality. Alright, so you get 2 sheets of those. You get 2 sheets of these ones, Mistletoe and Holly. So that's all the big cards. This is all one pack. Some smaller sheets, some words, and some a couple of deers and stars. They're nice. And these are the 4 by 3 cards that fit in the pockets as well. So you've got a tree. That's nice. So actually for Christmas Eve. It's pretty. What's that say? Sending wishes from North Pole. Brilliant. Holly. So again you get, looks like you get 5 of these ones. Also it's probably up to 25, isn't it? So it's 5 lots of, yeah, writing. Oh, that's a nice colour. Yeah, they'd fit really well in the scrapbooking pockets, wouldn't they? So that's that pack. Alright, so you get all those for £11.25. That's really good value. Okay, so we'll put that to one side. So that's everything on that page. Okay, that's in the suite. So if you turn over on the other page 32, you can see more detail in of the 2 bundles. Okay, so I'll show you some other samples that I did. I did a quick card using those Memories and More packs. So this is just one of the 4 by 3 cards and one of the stickers, and I just popped it up with 3D foam pads, and that makes a nice, quick, simple card. You can make quite a few of them in the evening, couldn't you? There's lots of images in there to make cards, so that's what I used with that. And then with the Wishes and Wonder stamp set, I'll show you a few samples that I made with this one. This one is has the stamped deers on and the sleigh, and I stamped it on real red cardstock, but I used cherry cobbler ink and cut it out with the die. Okay, and then there's some of the designer paper. This layer here is a couple of strips of I've embossed it with the winter snow embossing folder, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it a bit better here. It's a lovely folder. That goes with the Snowflake Splendor suite, but I just pinched it to add some snowflakes to this layer, and I tore the edge of the 2 strips. Okay, and this little section here, that was done with a punch, which is the banner punch, and you can find that, let me just find it for you. You can find that on page 65 of the catalogue. Okay, so it's called Banner Picker Punch. It's £21. So it does the 2 ends, so the little indent and the pointy bit, and I used it to make the banners here. And they've got 3 little ridges on the sides, and they're if you cut the strips of 1/2 inch for the first one and push it all the way in and punch, and then it will give you that little notch. Alright, and the next section is 3/4 of an inch, Okay, and then the last section is the 1 inch, and you have to be a little bit careful because sometimes it can twist, but that hasn't that time. Alright, so that's just one side, and then you can do the same on the other side, or different end. Punch is really lovely, and it's got the lock on. You can lay it down flat if you're storing it like that. Alright, so it's either got those ends or those ends. Alright, and just get these little bits. You can always use them, but I haven't. Alright, so that's how I did this section here. So the outer paper one was 1 inch, and the middle one was 3/4 of an inch, and I just used a little bit of the cord for a little bow on that one. And then this one is using the actual deer that's a die, and I've cut it out in soft suede, and I've stamped some of the mistletoe in shaded spruce, and then I've coloured it in using the Wink of Stella brush, just to give you a little bit of the shimmer. And on the outer edge you can see that I cut a gold circle, and it's got little stitching. Alright, and this paper here was the piece that was left over from this card, so that's a sheet of 6 by 6. Okay, so, and you get the circle in to cut that image out as well, and these two were popped up, and everything else is flat, and this is popped up as well, the sentiment. Alright, so that's that card. And then so we'll go back to the Cherish the Season, which is the bells, and this card here is a pop-up free standing one, so it stands up like that. So the back is only 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock, so I cut it a 14.9 by 5.5, and then the big flap is the length of A4 and scored in half at 14.9, but it's 7 centimetres across, so you can get 3 of the strips. I haven't put an insert in, but you know, you would put the same white piece here. I just haven't done it at the moment. And then the sentiment, I've done the banner at both ends, and then I've cut the bells out with the this is the gold brushed. It comes in a pack. Let me just get one. It's called Brushed Metallic Cardstock, and it's got 3 colours in it, but you can see it's got sort of lines as if it's been etched with a sand or something, so it's really pretty foil. Alright, so I'll cut the bells out with those, and like I said, I was really careful where I put the foam pads to pop these up to keep all the holly leaves attached. Okay, and then I've just added 3 of the real red rhinestones. These are all popped up, and I made a bow from the ribbon, and you know, it does fold down flat, so it wouldn't be too much, but it wouldn't be a normal post. And then in those same dies, I just use these little pieces for the little sprigs. Okay, so that's that card. And then what I was going to show you today is this card here, and it's using the tag and the deer that I've cut out in the gold foil, Alright, so it's really luxurious. I'll just put that to one side. So the base card is shaded spruce, and we're just going to stamp all over in the shaded spruce. Oh, I've got something on my ink pad, hang on. With the mistletoe. Okay, so you're just going to fill it all in, just randomly. You're going to be covering up some of it, so you only need to do the top section. Alright, and then you're going to add your paper layer. So I just used a little piece of the 'Tis the Season, and I've used the plaid side. Just going to add that, and I'll cut it to the width, and it's 2 inches in height. Alright, so that's going to go there, and then I've cut one of the little tags out, and it's got the stitching at the bottom. I'll just poke out that little hole. And then I've embossed a tiny little bit of white with the embossing folder, and I'm just going to tear. If you tear towards you, then you get a nice torn edge. Alright, just to give it a little bit of snow effect, and then that's going to go on there as well. I'm going to stick that to the bottom, leave the stitching showing. Okay, and then I've cut one of the deers out, so you can see it's got all like embossing etched into it, its eye and its nose and its chest. It's a really lovely size. So I'm going to add some 3D foam pads. Let me just get that. Add a couple of little ones. I won't do the legs, they're fine. And that's slipping. Alright, and then I'm just going to stand that on the tag. Okay, and then I'm going to get some of the gold trim. And I'm just going to tie a bow through the hole. Just put it to size. Just trim off that excess. And then I'm going to pop that up with 3D foam pads as well. Okay, take them off. Just line that up. I'm going to leave enough room for my, do a bit higher, sentiment at the bottom. Alright, and then what I've done, I've took a little strip of Whisper White, and I've already stamped it because I've embossed it with the snowflake folder, so I'm going to pop that up as well. And then I'm going to add that along the bottom. So quite simple card, isn't it? It's coming together. Alright, and a paper, a little bit of stamping, and so that's the inside, outside, and then the inside, I just stamped the mistletoe on the corners and the lovely sentiment that comes in that set for the inside. Okay, and then if you can see, I don't know whether the camera picks it up, I've spritzed the whole thing with the spritzing, which I filled in up with rubbing alcohol up to sort of 3/4, and then I've dropped in some of the Champagne Mist glimmer paint, about 6 or 8 drops, and then if you know, give it a good old shake, and then you're going to spray it. Alright, do it in a well ventilated area, so I'll do that later, but you can see it's all shimmering all over, so I've done that one to that card. Okay, and then the other thing I was going to show you, which I did to match the card, is a little gift bag, which I've used the tag as the closure. Alright, and this takes, you need one piece of 6x6 paper to make the actual gift bag. So I'll just show you that. I'll just get my scoring board. Okay, so you, like I said, so you need to have one piece of 6x6 and have it the whichever direction you want having going at the front. Alright, and you're going to score 2.5, so butt it right up in the corner, 2.5 and 3.5. Alright, and then turn it, and then you're going to score 1.5 from each side, so 1.5 on the left, and then 4.5, which is 1.5 in from that side. Okay. And then you're going to get your bone folder, and you're going to crease along all the score lines. Nice crisp crease. Alright, I'll just double check I'm still filming. Alright, so then you're going to have, so there the middle score line gives you a 1-inch depth. Okay, so you're going to lay it down with the pattern that you want on the inside, and you're going to bring in one side, and then see, there's a score line there and there's the score line, so I'm just going to hold just underneath the score line and use my finger to bring the score line to the outer edge, and then I'll go inside with my bone folder and to give it a good crease, and that's the diagonal crease. Alright, so lay it flat, so bring in the other side, just put your finger underneath the score line and then bring the outer middle score line to the outer edge and crease. Okay, so you're going to do that to both sides, both ends, so bring it in, put your bone folder just underneath the score line and use your finger to bring the side so the score line touches the outer edge, and then use your bone folder to crease the line. So finger just underneath the score line and bring the other score line to the outer edge. Alright, so it will end up looking like that. Okay, so we're going to glue it down flat, and then the middle bit pops up, so it folds up like this. Alright, so that's your actual gift bag. So we can do that with a little bit of Tombow. So we're just putting the Tombow on the bottom section underneath the score lines. If I glue that down, then you can see. Alright, so we've just done the glue up to the score line. This bit is not glued down yet. Alright, so you do that on all 4 corners. We're just doing it up to the score line. It's open. Alright, so okay, so you can see, so you can make loads of these and leave them flat like that until you need them, but I'm going to glue it down today. So now we need to glue the little triangle bit to the back. Okay, so if you do all four, then if you open it and then you can squeeze it, and if you get your bone folder and really push it down, it will be stuck down nicely, and then turn it over and you can do the other side. So get right in there, just hold for a second. Alright, so that's your little gift bag. Alright, so what I did for the closure then, so I cut 2 tags, so I'm going to glue them on. I'll make the tag up first for the front. So I've cut 2, one for the back and one for the front, and on the front one I'm going to decorate it like I did with the front of the card. So just tear a little strip of your embossed layer that I've done with the snowflake. I did it so it matches the card. Alright, and so I'm going to pop up the deer again, and a couple of big ones across the body, and 2 little ones for his bum and his head. Take these off. It's gone all quiet outside. We've got some work happening on the next door neighbour's house. They're having a new chimney built, so it's been not bang 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 taking down the old chimney this morning, but it's gone all quiet, so he must be having a cup of tea. And then these are the little sprigs. They're so pretty. There's a bigger one and there's 2 little ones, and can you see they've actually got embossed little dashes in them, so they're really nice. So just hold a couple together like that, and just put some glue. You can use the adhesive sheets if you want to do tiny things, but I just did some glue. Just hold them together, just pop them in. Got his antlers caught. Alright, and these ones, because they were going underneath, I've used a mini glue dot. Together. My chair's all squeaky. I just did it hanging over the edge like that. Alright, so that's the front. I'll finish off with the little rhinestones in a minute. So to add them to the box, I did do that with double-sided tape. So I put 3 strips, and you don't want to go right to the edge because this has got a jagged a zigzag, so if you did it right to the edge you'll see glue when you'll put the tag on, but you want to do this front and back, just down the centre, just use our ends of our scissors to get the tape off. Come on, off you come. Could use our pricking tool, but I've got my scissors out, so I'll use that. Alright, and then so we're going to put the tag right up, buttered to the bottom, and we're just going to centre it. I'll just eyeball it. Alright, so that's stuck on that side, and then we're going to do that to the plain one on the back. Just gives you a little closure, and if you've greens and blacks little chocolate bars, they fit in here, or Lidl, they sell little slim little flavoured chocolate bars, they fit in here as well. It's not quite wide enough for a Ferrero Rocher, but you might actually get one in there, but it'll probably be a bit squashed. Okay, and then so I'm just going to close it up, alright, with the little gold cord and get it in the hole. Just tie a bow, leave enough little tails so the person can do the bag back up again. Alright. Okay, so that's your little gift bag using the tag punch. Well, die it's not a punch, is it? And I'll just show you one I did to so that one, then I added some real red rhinestones to the sort of sprigs. So that one I did to match that card. Okay, and then this one I added with the bells on, with some of the little sprigs, and I did stamp the image that comes in the season, Sands of Season dies onto that, which I did to match that card. So that one matches that one, and that one matches that one. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed part 2 of my launch of our autumn winter catalogue. You can find the catalogue on my blog if you just want to look at the PDF, or on my shop. My shop is jennymoores.stampinup.net, and my blog is www.stampinmoments.blogspot.com, or you can find me on Pinterest as Stampin Moments by Jenny Moores. And then you can find me on YouTube as well as Stampin Moments by Jenny Moores. Okay then, I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye.